On this episode of the SheerLuxe Blush Talent Podcast, I'm joined by 3 of the Blush Talent roster. They're here to share their advice on straddling a professional career and the creator world. It's not too late to join in if you haven't already.
And with literally everything in life, it's practice. It's just doing it enough times that you feel like it's the back of your hand and you can just
100%.
do it. And I think also it's like the embarrassment. You're like, oh, what are people going to say about this? Or what? Who cares?
We're talking about how to deal with negativity.
You know, how sad is your life to sit there and comment about someone else who's doing no harm to you?
Fashion don'ts. Farewell, leather leggings.
Ties for women.
Sapna.
I'm so sorry.
Amy,
I know
Amy.
you look great in it.
I was going to say black leather leggings.
I was going to say that too. So.
It's getting feisty out there.
And afternoon tea with your cat.
Pets allowed. Doesn't specify what pets. And I did it, and no regrets. She had a great time.
Stay tuned.
So many of you might have seen on our socials that SheerLuxe has collaborated with the very chic luxury paint brand V&Co to create our own SheerLuxe colour palette. Now, some of our editors have selected one shade that they love, and when you see all 8 shades together, they create this really beautiful, dusky, muted palette that will hopefully inspire you to transform your spaces. My favourite colour personally is the Charlotte because it's just the perfect shade of pink. So please do tag us and V&Co if you use our shade. We'd love to see what you do with them.
Hello, I'm Georgie Coleridge Cole, the founder and CEO of SheerLuxe, and welcome to the SheerLuxe Podcast. Today, I am joined by 3 brilliant women from the Blush roster, Martha Hwin, Alice Satterthwaite, and Sapna Rao. As always, this is where we introduce you to exciting voices in fashion, lifestyle, and content creation. And today we'll be talking about how to find and hone your personal style, what life is really like as a content creator, and the joys of cat ownership. Yep, that's right. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
I've never talked about cats in the intro of a podcast.
I actually feel like I'm going to be misbranded as crazy cat lady in this podcast, and I'm
if
really
you
obsessed
want a
about
whole
it.
podcast about cats, come over here.
You said it, not me. I also don't think I've been on a podcast with you.
No, we haven't.
Ever, Sapna.
I
So
know.
that's exciting.
First.
And on air, congrats, engaged ladies.
Oh, thank
Best news
you.
ever.
Thank you.
Are you still in a
I am.
cloud of bliss?
I am. And I think I was like coming back to work and I was like, oh, is it going to burst my bubble? But actually it makes it so much better because everyone's so lovely and just, yeah, love it.
It is the best ring in the biz, not going to lie.
Oh,
Thank you.
stunner.
Stunning.
Absolutely stunner. Ladies, we always start by asking people to test their mics and tell us what they had for breakfast. We did this already and
It's
I thought it was quite
weird.
amusing. So I
I'm
wanted
like
to do it again
regretting
on
my
air.
breakfast choice. I actually had healthy sugar puffs because you can't buy the naughty ones anymore.
Sugar puffs.
Yeah.
I always thought they were so
The
overrated. Did
healthy,
you-
like health food shop ones.
Which is so gross and boring and nothing on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back sugar puffs.
Yeah, proper Kellogg's.
And also golden nuggets. That's another legendary breakfast.
Oh, I used to like raisin Weetabix. Martha.
Yes, I had a slice of toast with strawberry jam and cheese, which is a very, usual Norwegian.
Is it? Yeah, I was going to say
breakfast.
quite niche, but I
know,
kind of
but
get
every
it.
time I have it here, everyone is commenting on it. I was like, this is so normal. This
Well, I have jam and Marmite together, which
Stop
I know it
it.
blows people's minds.
wow.
No, actually,
Didn't have it
Georgie,
today.
I kind of get it. It like balances it
That's
out.
so good. I have it in the microwave and it goes gooey. And we've done this before with
Yum.
Toby Zari. What did you have for breakfast?
Boring. Granola and yogurt. Berries.
I had a deliciously Ella cereal bar.
Oh, they're so good.
So, ladies, this is episode 2 of the Blush podcast, and we think it's a really great opportunity to allow the SheerLuxe audience to get to know the talent on the roster of our sister company. Hopefully they know you quite well, but we think it's quite nice to mix internal talent with external talent. And yeah, as 2 of our external talent, we were thrilled that you said yes to coming on today. Can we give the people what they want though? And can we start off with what you're wearing, please, Alice? You look as cool as
Absolutely.
ever.
Oh, stop. I'm wearing Citizens of Humanity jeans, my favourites. Some brown boots from June that I got last year, but I think they're doing them this year in lots of colours. Very good. Grey Gap t-shirt, a trench from White Company New Season, and as we know, the new season's very, very good. Then jewellery, because I'm always bedecked in jewellery. Poly Daisy hoops, but then this jewellery is actually from a really cool small Spanish brand called Alaha. I hope I said
Oh
that
yes,
right.
that's the one you said.
Yes,
It's really
so
cool.
we've got like little fishy hammered ring situation, and these beads as well.
I love the
them.
little.
Oh, and belt is Dehanch suede.
Yeah,
love
I've
the
got
face,
that in
yeah.
The best,
cream.
every colour. Give
Yeah,
it to me.
I know, it's amazing. They've done so well. Martha, what are you wearing? I feel like it's very tonal today, ladies.
Yes,
I
very
mean,
earthy.
yeah, this is the SheerLuxe office for you, and you're blending in very well.
This shirt is from Zengi. These trousers are from H&M. I think I've worn them like 1,000 times now. So, and then the brown belt from Uniqlo, and some brown suede boots from River Island that I just got.
We're doing well with the brown suede boots.
Yeah, and they're quite comfy as well. So.
Quite a big heel.
Yeah, chunky.
I need
You
a
have
bit of
quite a-
heel because I'm a quite short person.
You have quite a commute, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And so you are, and we're going to come on to it now, but you are a corporate gal
Yeah.
with another side to life, and you make commuting look sort of almost quite meditative. Or romanticised. I don't know what it is. You don't wear those, I hope.
Luckily, I don't have the longest commute to the station. My commute is 45 minutes long, and it's just an overground and tube, so...
I don't think that's a
don't-
bad
I don't
commute.
want
That's
too
all right,
much.
To
you
me,
know,
I'm
that's
like,
actually not
you're
too
winning.
bad. I was thinking,
I've always
I know, but I
had them
stand a lot,
worse.
though.
oh,
you know,
okay.
'cause
It's like the zone 1 outfit in like zone 3. It's just quite upsetting.
Yeah,
You walk through and you're like, oh.
I know. I like that. Zone 1 and Zone 3. Sapna, what are you wearing?
I am wearing a very good chunky knit from, I want to say it's
feel it.
Rohe? Is it
Oh, yeah, Ro.
Ro. I say Rohe. I don't know why. I think there's like
Sounds-
an
that
accent
sounds
somewhere. And then these are some ASOS silky trousers and some Miu Miu loafers.
Really nice. That is really nice. Hodge was just commenting on that.
Yeah, it's just a very good fit.
Yeah.
Like this bit. But
Yeah, it's good. In fact, Chrissy Rocco was saying that somebody had compared the White Company's new collection
2 row.
across between Row and Totem. And she was like, I can retire
Love
at that.
that.
Can take
Not that she wants to retire. She's busy planning the next 30 years. But it is lovely.
They're like Mandarin jackets, are like the number one
yes,
thing on
they're
my wish
so
list.
good.
Very cool.
Obsessed.
And well, I'm wearing a Marge top,
Beautiful.
which was inspired by Florence.
So nice.
A bash belt, a Goldie jeans, and Jimmy Choo shoes. Ladies, you've all had very different careers, but obviously content creation is something you have in common. Can you give us, Alice, can we start with you? Can you give everyone a sort of snapshot, an overview of your career history?
No, cool. So I, went to a very academic school, but I've always been very academic and very creative. And I think my ongoing issue has been trying to fuse the two together. So I was actually ended up having to do 6 AS levels because art wasn't a subject and I had to do it as a 6th. I then studied history of art at Oxford. Again, had no idea what to study. My whole family are sort of lawyers, accountants, and bankers. And they were like, what do we do with you? And I didn't know what to do with myself. I then arrived trying to find a job, wanted to work in fashion. So my first job, I remember, was on Brick Lane for fashion buying. And I was so bored. So I actually then moved into a very big global interiors company, and I was working in buying there for home decor. Worked there for a few years, and then I sort of cross-functionally moved to the marketing team. And I was there for sort of 3.5 years, and I was then basically managing the global EU and UK major customer-facing campaigns. So for things like Christmas, home decor, but then I'd also do the PR ones like Lorraine Kelly Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Things like that. So I learned so much. It was very data orientated, but then also very much a marketing sort of brand experience as well. I then moved to Oliver Bonus, where I was the digital marketing manager, and I really loved that. It was insane, but I loved it. We sort of built the email channels, affiliate channels, the paid marketing and the social like massively during that time. And then over COVID, most of my team was furloughed. That was an insane time for me of both learning and leadership and business survival. So I was then head of digital marketing, and I ended up actually head of marketing. So I was managing PR and social as well by the end. So really fun. I then ran a business for like nearly 3 years, which is really brilliant. I think after COVID, I was like incredibly burnt out. Again,
What was that?
It was a lifestyle homeware brand. I actually was in SheerLuxe a few times. Really enjoyed it. It was very much sort of me designing it, me doing all of the marketing, creative, the shoots, you know, accountancy, logistics, operations, shipping. I had a studio.
What were you called?
It was called Originals London. But I absolutely loved it, learned so much. But then got to the stage when I was like, you know what, I'd love to like be able to buy a house. I was getting married, all of those things. So I then went back into work as a head of digital marketing and e-commerce at a startup. But this year in March, I went freelance.
Amazing. Well, congrats on making the leap.
Now it's really fun. I'm actually trained as a stylist from London College of Fashion. I also do...
How did you do that? When did you do that?
I did that earlier this year. I was just like, you know, you don't need that to be a stylist, but I think it was more a confidence thing. I was like, I'm going to do this just to sort of see what I know. And actually, I felt so confident by the end because I was like, I kind of knew this. So I do styling, consultancy, broadcasting, which I love. Hi. And then also content. And I love the combination of all four.
Amazing. What a great story.
Sorry, that was
I feel
very
like I've got
long-winded.
many questions I could ask you on everything you've just said. We'll come back. Martha.
Yes.
You've been waiting very patiently. Tell us your version of those events. You're a corporate girl, as I
Yes.
said.
So for those who don't know, I'm born and raised in Norway, and I came to London in 2019. So
What's your heritage? Vietnamese?
Vietnamese, yeah, both my parents are Vietnamese. I came to London after university, so I did my undergrad in international business at the University of Edinburgh.
Did you?
Yes.
How was that?
And
Very cold.
very cold, but kind of used to it coming from Norway.
I had a fling with a very hot Norwegian guy. There are a lot of Norwegians at
They are, yeah.
Edinburgh
Because
University.
we pay full tuition fee,
Yeah. It's
international
very beautiful.
fees. They really love us, yeah.
I'm going to hear more about that in a second.
No, let's not. Delete. Anyway, there were a lot of Norwegians at Edinburgh.
Yes, and yeah, from Edinburgh, I did a exchange here in China.
Did
So I
you?
did business in China, yeah. And then I decided that I wanted to continue and do a master's. So I applied for a master's in innovation and entrepreneurship at Copenhagen Business School. So I did that for 2 years. And
I love that you can do a master's in entrepreneurship. I just
Yeah.
think that's so
Yes.
brilliant and useful and current and
Well,
yeah.
this is another thing because I always wanted to be a businesswoman, but I didn't know what that entailed. I still kind of figuring that out, but I've always used that kind of dream to decide where to go next. I was in a 5-year long distance relationship at that time when I graduated, so I was like, okay, we need to end this long distance relationship. We decided that I'll come to London. That's where he was based. So I followed, and then we got married 2 years ago, and now I'm here. Oh my god!
And is your husband British?
No, he's from Hong Kong. We grew up in Scotland.
Can we talk a bit about your corporate role
Yes.
now? You're in the world of
Yes.
shipping,
I am in the
correct?
world of shipping, yes.
I watched your sort of Insta. I've only recently found out you were in shipping. I wasn't sure exactly what it was. I've been watching your content, and you go in and out of a building, and I'm thinking, what is she? I assumed finance.
Yes,
I see
I
banking,
have
but
been
shipping.
keeping that really low, actually, on the down low. I started my career in oil and gas in Norway, and then when I moved here, I did bits and bobs, worked at WeWork for a time.
Did you?
Doing growth strategy and operations there.
Did you? And
Yes.
what time?
was
That
gonna
was
say,
that was
which-
2019, just before the IPO. So I was there when it was hyper growing. I was there when there was like salmon for breakfast, like that kind of vibe.
Salmon
Really?
for breakfast, you made it.
Well, I feel like we're sitting here with two very academic gals. Sapna.
academic.
I don't know what your track record is, but I'm
Georgie, I
feeling
have a
like...
master's. What are you talking about?
Okay, Sapna, hit me.
She's
Hit
got a
me.
master's in TikTok.
Guys, I actually have a master's.
Tell me, give us your career
Okay.
history.
Well, for people who don't know, am SheerLuxe's fashion and beauty editor, and I started about 4 years ago, and I joined as a junior fashion writer. And before that, my main experience was actually in PR. I did like almost a 1.5 year long placement. I did a lot of...
Where were you at uni?
I was at uni in Bristol,
Right.
and then did a master's in London after that. My undergrad was in business management and marketing, and then I did a master's in fashion communication. But there was actually a bit of a gap in between those two. I basically graduated in COVID, and there was a year of just like, oh my god, how am I going to enter like the workforce? I'd just done a placement year, and I was like, I really don't want to go back to uni, but obviously had to finish my last year.
Where did you do your placement year?
In Hackett, it's a menswear brand in the PR department.
Hackett's doing really well.
Yeah, my boyfriend works there. Fiance.
Oh, yes, we were chatting. We were chatting at the summer party.
Yeah.
And I was just saying, it's really back on the up,
Yeah.
Hackett. It's really cool to see. Yeah.
Basically, while I was working in PR, I saw that other side of it from working with editors and journalists and was like, that looks like what I want to do. And basically, I went back to uni, had my final year and got into COVID and was sort of like, I don't want to sit here for a year doing absolutely nothing. I couldn't get a job. So I was doing a lot of freelance work, a lot of online stuff, and also started my own blog and was writing a lot for that, just about the things that I enjoyed, mainly fashion, beauty, and I did a bit of work at Glamour, and then this role came up at SheerLuxe for a junior fashion writer and actually fashion beauty writer, and on my best friend's mum actually sent it to me and was like,
Really?
this, like, I don't know if you know SheerLuxe, but I love it and this is perfect for you. And I was like, this is perfect for me. So I came in.
And we were like, she's perfect for us. Everyone's happy.
I feel like it just all came at a really good time. And now, yes, I am fashion beauty editor. So that means kind of looking after the 360 realm of everything we do across the site and social and podcasts and writing. And yeah, it's a really...
Never a dull moment.
Yeah.
Never the
Every
same day
day's
twice.
different, yeah.
Never a true word said. Alice Satterthwaite, how did you get into posting content, building your channels?
Yeah, I mean, when I was running my business, I was obviously doing the socials for that a lot, filming for that, shooting for that sort of all the time. And every video with me in it performed best. And then I started getting comments being like, where's your top from? And I'll be like, this Murano glass, I'm trying to sell it to you. Like, don't ask me that. So basically, when I closed the business, I just thought, I'm just going to post a few outfits and see how it goes. And then it just sort of took off a bit. And I was then doing it for a couple of years.
Are we just on Instagram?
Just on Instagram, it was very hard to do that alongside a sort of head of department role. For me, the opportunity and the creative opportunity, especially from Instagram and from that sort of styling world, is huge. I mean, when I was at Copenhagen Fashion Week, I was at a dinner flanked by 2 Vogue Scandinavia editors, either side of me. The day after, I saw them at a show. One of them was like, Alice! And I was like,
I made it. It's time. The world's ready for me.
but like, it's amazing. And I also feel like you can break into fashion at a later age by sort of just producing this content yourself, which is actually incredible because you could not do that 10 years ago. 10 years ago, fashion was a very closed industry and you could not just sort of wiggle your way in. So yeah, I'm hugely grateful that I did decide to do it, much to my husband's sometimes reluctance, but he's getting better.
I think it's a really good point, and I'm sure you'll sort of echo this, Martha, is that I think lots of girls grow up and they want to work in the industry that we work in, and we are very lucky to work in it, but we've also got to live, and you know, in terms of remuneration, it's not always the best paid. Well, it's not at lots of levels the best paid industry, and not everyone can. But if you have that eye and that creativity and that love for fashion, social media can be an amazing outlet, can't it, for this creativity and allow you to straddle both worlds and to live a life. And maybe when you get to a stage, I've seen this in the Middle East so much, particularly with Saudi women, the amount of Saudi content creators that I've met who started off in banking, in finance. And their stories are almost identical. They all started and then they had to tell their fathers that they were, changing roles. And they're now living their best life and have got to a stage where they've got a following big enough, or they've got... life's evolved and they're able to do it full time. So I think it's really interesting that you've now made that
I
leap.
find it so interesting though.
You're doing both. Don't go anywhere.
Don't you worry.
But I've worked in marketing for 10 years and I've seen the channels change dramatically, and sort of, the introduction of AI and social media really take off. And actually, it's so fascinating for me seeing it from the other side. I was the one who used to set the briefs and now I'm doing them. But for me, I very much see it now as a job. It's a personal brand that you're building, and it is the business of taste. That's effectively what you're selling. And I kind of love that. I'm doing it for myself now rather than another brand.
Yeah. And now you must think, from when you were setting the briefs, you must realise that actually, I think I've realised this too, I did the odd brand partnership in my time, and you realise, whoa, quite a lot of work in this. And I think for people who are watching who aren't content creators, it looks all glamour, doesn't it? But the reality of dealing with clients, the back and forth, the ideation, the execution, the editing, the tagging, the reporting, there's a lot more to it, isn't there, than just pictures and videos.
I feel
and
like
talking.
people on a team in their first week should have to do a brief. Genuinely, like I had one the other.
That's so true. Martha, you are straddling both the corporate
I am
world
Hannah Montana.
and
I'm living that life at the moment.
when did you start to post and get this traction? Because it's pretty quick. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, we met you not very long ago and you've not been at this that long, or maybe you have and it suddenly happened. But it's, from our side, we came across you and we were like, whoa, she's cool. We love her content. It is quite romantic. You do make the corporate world quite romantic somehow and appealing. When did you start and how and why?
It wasn't until this year in January, end of January, that it kind of took off. So I started posting this like really silly video of me sitting at my desk, and I showed it to my husband. I was like, oh, should I put this on TikTok? I had like three videos on TikTok at that time. He was like, I don't get it, because it's like one of these like trending audio ones. So I was like, okay, well, if you don't get it, maybe someone else will get it. And I posted on TikTok, and then it just, went viral, really. It has like 19 million views or something like this right now. Yeah.
Okay, can we put it on screen now, please?
Yeah,
I
I
want to
wanna
see
see
what
what
you're
you're
doing. Everyone's going quickly. What is this?
So I kind of just pivoted from there. It grew on TikTok first, and I wanted to like do something on top of that, kind of show a little bit of daily life and day in a life. So I work as a senior communications officer, which is something I've been keeping low because I don't want people to literally search me up on LinkedIn, but I guess they will now. But one of my main roles is traveling a lot and being behind a camera to capture, for example, events or document some of the events when we go to shipping exhibitions, for example. And my manager was actually like, we need to see you more in front of the camera. So I kind of made that as a personal goal to just like be a bit more confident in front of the camera. I kind of said, okay, let's practice and do some day in a life once. And it just took off from there, really.
So on the basis that they were asking you to travel and be on camera more, did you have their support? Are they aware that you do this on the side? I mean, we're in a world today where, and this is why we set up Blush, because the reality was we were in a world where people have their side hustle or their other job or whatever, and want both, and whatever you call it, it is what it is. And you can either choose to sort of embrace that and make that possible for people, or you risk losing them, good people.
It's been good so far. I was really lucky because I had really good colleagues that were supportive. I think to a point when I started to grow on Instagram, like grow bigger on Instagram, I had to like block a few colleagues. Just because I didn't want them to see it as a way for me to not do my job properly.
Be like distracted.
Be distracted. And I don't think I am. I think I balance it quite well.
I think there was a time, wasn't there, where if you got big, you left your job. And that was it. And that was sort of the worry as an employer. And I think I've been around long enough to have seen that change. And
I get that question a lot as well.
Yeah,
It's
like Polly Sayer has stayed with us today, which we love and is such a positive relationship, and I'm so proud of that. But we've gone even further, and Maya, our head of marketing and MD of Blush, she has an enormous following and still works full time, as do many of our teams. I think it's changing as well, of like, you have to pick one horse.
Yeah, I actually read something about that recently, and I think it's a huge part of it is also about consumers and how they're sort of consuming influencers. And actually, and again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that being your full-time job, but I think people like to see normal people with a 9-to-5 job who also are sharing their outfits or what they love, and it feels more genuine than someone who maybe is all day just talking about
someone creating content. Someone creating content who's got authority on the subject.
Yes, as well. Yeah.
So is a makeup artist or something like that. And actually, I love those accounts, from the lawyers account to and like the shipping gals. I love watching it. I think it's fascinating, but like hats off, because it's so tough.
How do you feel, without making you feel awkward in front of me? How do you feel about it, and how do you balance it? Because you've got a lot on.
I think there's two things. There's one side of it that the job, my 9-to-5 job, is what I've always wanted to do. So I have no...
It's actually 9:30 till 6.
It's actually 9:30
Just
till
a couple of
much
flex
later.
days.
Didn't want to harass us out there.
Just reminding you that. Joking.
The 9 to 6 is the job I've always wanted to do, and it's a job that I love. So I have no intention of wanting to not do that anymore. But there's this whole other side, which I also love, love, love. So it's a way of just making it work. And for me, that does just mean doing it when I get home, doing it on the weekends, and also, you know, being really honest with the brands that I'm working with and saying, you know what, I'm not someone who can turn something around for you in one day, but I want to do it really well. And so if you can give me a slightly longer window, I'll do it on the weekend and I'll get it to you. So it's being very organised, working ahead, and also having an amazing team. Jess and Eliana obviously helped me so much.
I think you're super lucky as well that you have that kind of people around you. Obviously, like my colleagues are, I don't know, 50, 60-year-old men in shipping. So they don't, you know, even if I come in with a nice outfit, like no one's going to appreciate that. But myself, you know.
All the more reason to show the world, Martha.
Come to the SheerLuxe office a bit more. You'll get that here.
I feel that consuming content from people that are professionals, or, you know, I was sitting there watching you all green screens, literally last night thinking, I love this content and I really believe it and I know what you're talking about and you're not just flogging something. Yeah. And the same for you, I suppose, you're sort of career women who aren't just in it for every ad. And I think that gives you weight.
It's actually interesting because the world I used to be in, it was very much split between digital marketing and brand marketing. And I kind of see it the same.
You've not gone far, have you?
But I kind of see it the same now. Like, you know, brands want someone sometimes just for that digital marketing performance side. And sometimes brands want people just for that brand marketing sort of cool factor or visual style. And you can do both, but it's quite hard. And for me, sometimes you don't want to kind of sell yourself out. So I think, you know, I could do loads of reels with text on top and try and go viral, but it's not me. It's not my personal brand. And that's not why brands would want to work with me. No. So I think
you're very different. You are a stylist. You're very creative. You're very, you know, I sort of put you in a Lou camp in that you have, you know, very strong curated aesthetic, and like, you're really
you have to be careful about it because it is your personal brand and like it is kind of what you're selling. And you know, a lot of people when they meet me, they're like, you're bonkers, you're like really silly, and I'm like, yeah, like, and that's fine too. And I think it's actually quite hard sometimes to find people who can be commercial and you know, business like, but then also have personality and like a bit of fun, because in this industry you can't take yourself too seriously. Yeah, no. Like that is the worst thing you can do.
At the end of the day.
How do you deal with negative comments? Have you without going down a huge great hole, have you learned to blot them out? You know, jealousy is a horrible thing and people can be vile, as we all know, I'm sure. Well, do you have advice for
I feel like you should answer this one. I want to know what you think.
I find it really hard. We're all just, you know, swans with insecurities, and everyone has their things going on and their challenges and, you know, their hang-ups and their whatever. And sometimes it really hurts. I think I've definitely learned to be thicker. I wouldn't say I'm thick-skinned. Yeah. And I've tried to not put myself in positions and open myself up to criticism, because I've said before, I'm actually not very good at dealing with it. And I find it makes me quite anxious. But I think that you've got to know yourself. Yeah. And I got to a point when I was like, right, this is this. And actually I was asked to do something recently for a brand, and I was like, and then I thought, this is just going to open myself up to criticism. I'm 44 and I work really hard and I've been this for 18 years, and actually I'm not going to put myself there for the money. And that's the right decision. It's hard to say no to the money sometimes, don't you think?
In that sense, I'm quite happy that I started my kind of content creation journey later, like now that I'm in my 30s. And then kind of like, as you said earlier, like establish, you know, a bit of credibility in, you know, corporate settings or something like this. And I think it has really helped me to just do it, like put myself out there a bit more now that I'm older, because I kind of care less about what people say.
I do think that, well, look, whether you're talking about Caroline Flack or numerous other content creators who've been really, really trolled, you know, it can be, and talking from experience, it can be really, really hard. So there's something about a bit of age and wisdom and life experience that can help you care less, but hard when you're super young, I think, to have that mentality.
I had a situation at work in one of my jobs where we were being like absolutely trolled, hounded by the press, you know, all of that stuff, especially on socials. And you just turn the comments off. And actually, I remember our head of people at the time said, like, no one's going to die. Like, in a couple of weeks, people would have forgotten it. Like, this isn't life or death. And I think perspective is a beautiful thing in that
Perspective
situation.
is a very important word. I talk about it to my eldest daughter a lot. It's
I
a
need
really,
more of it, to be honest.
It's a
but
really
I'm
important
working on
word.
it.
Look, you've got a huge following and you are an amazing talent, and I'm sure lots of people envy the position you're in. You haven't had everything easy. I'm not going to get any, you know, but as I said, everyone has dealt with stuff, haven't they, in life? Yeah. How are you so grounded? Because you do seem that.
I don't know. I think with the sort of comments and things, I never, ever care about if it's about appearance, if it's about something I'm wearing, anything. The only thing that gets to me is when someone misunderstands something or thinks they know what you're trying to say about a topic.
You put a post up on,
anything, you know.
Did you get a load of rubbish for that?
Yeah. For context, you're just talking about the recent protests that were happening. I got a lot of angry people in my comment section.
I mean, as if Sapna was saying, here's where to go to join the protest. I mean,
Obviously not.
I mean,
But I think it's also something.
anyway,
it
you
says-
were like, just to be clear, I'm saying this is the route to avoid.
Exactly that.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's things like that.
I
think
did see
when
your
I'm
post and think, poor thing, she's had a. I mean, as if you would be.
as if I was in on that,
Sorry,
yeah. But yeah, I think it's when people misunderstand you, or you know, you see comments and they're like, yeah, she obviously is like this, or she obviously has this
attack
handed to
your
her, or this, or,
character.
and it's like, you know nothing.
You don't know
Yeah.
me.
And it's actually, and I don't know if you do this. You actually said to me you shouldn't, but if you comment back and someone sees you comment about like, oh, I didn't think you were gonna reply. I'm like, well, you shouldn't have said it. Actually, like, I think people just do have this, and we probably have all done this to, you know, huge celebrities and like talked about them or said, oh, why do they do this? Or you forget that people are real sometimes. And this is a much lower level. You know, we're not A-listers. I'm just saying that people obviously you just
Did
kind
I
of
say
forget.
you should comment or you shouldn't?
You said you shouldn't.
You
were like just.
I've learned not to, but I did it. There was a time when I really
Yeah.
felt like I needed
hard
to defend
not
myself because
to.
my character was being attacked.
Exactly.
Or something.
That is the thing when it's character.
And I was like, no. And my husband was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I was like, no, because I can disarm this.
Yeah.
And I'm not this. And they misunderstood me. And but I have, it did serve me well commenting back at one time.
like 99% of the time is actually faceless accounts.
exactly.
And we all know that. But when you're
and
lying
it's-
awake at
and
night
hard, yeah.
and you're going over it in your
I
head,
don't
you've
know.
still got to be
It's,
quite resilient.
it's something, even if I haven't been in the industry for that long, I just think it's so sad that people have that, you know, how sad is your life to sit there and comment about someone else who's doing no harm to you.
I know. Well, that's
and
the
then
rational view.
and I
It's whether
always
you-
just think that, like, if someone comments something, I'm like, I'll literally laugh it off with my husband or something.
yeah.
I
you
think
know
it really
yourself
helps
best.
to share negative comments with
sure.
somebody really close to you,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then laugh it off
Yeah.
if you can. I think it's when you process them on your
Internalise
own,
it as well.
internalize.
Yeah.
Thank you, and you don't have somebody championing you saying. You don't need to listen to that person. That I actually think is quite a simple thing, but it does help.
Yeah. But also to put like somewhat positive spin, there is also such a platform for such positivity
God,
and
yeah.
lovely people. And like, there's also for every like, you know, one awful comment, there are so many people saying such lovely things. And that's why the social
And on the
media world
flip
is so
side,
lovely.
you can get some weird trolls that you
Yes.
enjoy.
Oh right.
Buckle up. I have a lovely account called William something who clearly has a foot fetish, but every day I get a comment about my feet that
knows
just
the flip-flops,
it just
Alice.
makes my day. Like genuinely today, he's
William,
like
I'm with you. I
feet
love
looking
flip-flops.
good in black flip flops, feet looking sexy in red flip, and I'm just like, oh William,
You
thank
can make
you.
a killing,
I
Alex.
can
You
now
can
start my
honestly.
day.
That is a business idea for
Get
like
the
He's
toes
not getting
out.
blocked.
William
I
ever
need this
disappears, she's
positivity.
gonna be in a panic. Find William.
My husband is literally like not sure better, but I'm like, it makes my day.
it's
Just
a
to
new
brighten my
income
life.
stream, Alice.
Well, buckle up, only feet.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Only feet. Excellent. Can we have a moment for some style advice, please, ladies? Let's start with the stylist.
But
This is the
what-
trained
what about
stylist
just
over
life?
here.
Like-
What do you get asked the most? Are there style questions you get asked the most? Is there some general style advice you could give people?
I think a lot of people struggle with footwear to wear with jeans, especially things like barrel leg jeans is a really tricky one. And I think a lot of
Oh, what would you say? I'm wearing
well,
them now.
I'm not wearing a barrel jean, but with barrel jeans, don't go chunky.
Yeah.
You've got to go with something slim, like a heel or a ballet flat. I'd go with like a retro slim sneaker if you're
Do you know
gonna
what I
wear
really
a
want?
trainer.
Can you help me on this,
What's that,
stylist,
babe?
please? So I, for years, have dilly-dallied and never bought the not like a chunky Chelsea biker. No, not like a chunky Chelsea with the elastic either side. Like a chunky biker.
Yeah.
You know, like Prada
Love
do
it.
them, Jimmy Choo do them.
Yeah.
Like the zipped one.
Yeah, like laces, zip,
Yeah.
maybe a bit of Velcro, maybe
You're not
not.
going to get Doc Martens.
Wait, no.
If
What do you wear them with now though? Because I was thinking, to your
Yeah.
point,
Not with a barrel
not with a
jean.
barrel.
I would
but-
go with like a wide straight jean where you can just see the sort of platform and the toe peeking out. Actually, Lucy Williams, Queen, she wore a really cool pair of like chunky mules the other day with a similar jean, and it's quite a sort of lumberjack look, but I think it looks really modern, really cool. And those boots also look great with a sort of midi skirt jumper situation as
and
well.
some tights.
Even though that has been around for quite a while.
I love a leather legging and a bike boot.
That is a very you look, I feel.
Yeah,
the
but
leather
it's not
leggings.
It's
very
never going to go
current.
out in your wardrobe,
But
is
you,
it?
you make it, yeah. You make it look
Let me
really
lost with that one, leather leggings. So yeah, is there still a place for them? Chunky boots.
Oh, absolutely. But I think styled with that kind of longer jean with literally just the toe and the sort of platform peeking out this year, I think it's really cool.
Okay. Any other style advice? Any other questions you're often asked?
Sizing. Like, I think sizing is so key. People stick to their size so religiously, and I think it's such a mistake.
So true.
You've got to try different sizes of the same item, especially as we know in like coats and blazers and things like that. And actually t-shirts and basics. Sometimes I will like dramatically size up or down,
Me too.
depending on what it is. Yeah, I think those are sort of my
I'm wearing a
key
large
takeaways.
Primark body under here.
I was literally about to say she's going to mention the body.
Primark body.
Sorry. No, it's great.
I
though.
mean,
It's so
if I come on a
good.
podcast and don't mention, that's like my secret mission. Go on every podcast and mention the Primark body. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tall and
Good basics, I think would be my other one. Like basics, but also for me, I'm like an accessories queen. I love jewelry. Like I literally don't take it off, can't leave the house without it. I mix it up constantly. Investing in good belts, jewelry, basics like that can literally make the most boring thing look really special.
love those long necklaces.
Yeah.
Gold and silver.
I made
They're
one the
so
other
cool.
day.
Did you?
I went to a fossil shop when I was on holiday, and I bought like this random pendant. And I
Where
bought.
are you on holiday?
I go fossil hunting every year.
Jurassic Coast.
You just
It's
keep
part. It's a
surprising
big
me.
part of my life. I found an ichthyosaur
She doesn't have any
vertebrae.
children yet. She's a cat.
The cat would laugh.
Do I need any more?
No, don't have it.
We can do a whole
So my
episode
children
on
are now
fossil
old enough
hunting.
to listen to
you
podcasting,
can't be
so I've
saying
got
that
to
all
stop
night.
saying that.
They're really
So
easy
sorry.
to make.
You went
basically.
fossil hunting. Where did you go fossil hunting, Alice?
Jurassic Coast, Lyme Regis.
Oh,
I
right.
actually got engaged there. We've been going for a very long time. I have
It's
found.
the only place I could have. It's the only place. My friend, he's an oil engineer. They did some fossil stuff there.
Yeah. Well,
Fossils.
I have found ichthyosaur vertebrae. I found an ammonite this big.
Stop.
You know, people in their living rooms have like decorative ammonites. I have one that I found.
Oh my god!
That's
Please,
quite
can you
cool.
send me a picture? I actually want to see it.
It's legit. It's like probably one of my proudest moments in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
But can you get like crystals and things that are like, you know?
Yeah, but
healing
have you
crystals?
found them, Sapna? Have you pulled them out of the sand?
Mimi told me she mined a crystal she pulled out of her bag the other day.
Okay, that's
in
quite cool.
Croatia. I said, mined it, darling. Did you find it or did you mine it?
Where are they taking them on
She
these
said,
field
no,
trips?
mummy, I beat it off the rocks in
that's quite
Croatia.
cool. I need
was
to
like,
start
"Okay, you
mining
sort of
too."
did mine that. How do you find the fossils? Are you rummaging in your hands?
This was a shop, so I just bought it.
Okay, sorry.
Archaeologist.
But usually I
Slightly
do find
different.
them. I have found them over the years. But this, I made into a necklace. I bought some leather cord, super easy.
Cool.
And actually, I tell you what's really good at the moment. Reformation has launched jewelry. Their new necklaces are unbelievable.
They're really cool.
They have a tassel one. They have this one which looks like a silver donut.
Martha, Starlet, top
Oh my
that.
god, no, I can't do that. I'm such an imposter when it comes to fashion. I feel like sometimes it's not something that I've been known for. I got engaged in like a sports bra and like linen shorts from Uniqlo or something. Like style wise, I am very like anything that's comfortable, that looks chic, that looks presentable. And that I can feel comfortable in, that's kind of like my advice. Like, just find something that you feel comfortable in and that you feel like you look nice in.
Yeah, you can be you and not think about it.
Yeah,
basic, but so
when
true.
people come to me for fashion advice, I just give what I can give from my perspective, but I don't have that knowledge, that same knowledge, and I'm still learning about it. Yeah.
And your following has grown really quickly in a really short space of time.
Yeah.
You obviously had your 19 million view TikTok video that we're all going to get and watch in a second. Have there been any other moments like that, or any advice that you would give to people who, I mean, I think you prove that the moment hasn't passed and that it's never too late. You know, there's always that, oh, I've missed the boat. I was looking at a social media trend report, in fact, just yesterday, and it's talking about micro, macro, nano, and engagement rates. And the engagement rates from 1 point something on a macro to a nano at 3 point something, you know, speak for itself, right? And those nano influencers are new, a lot of them. So you know, there is still great opportunity, and it's not new to say you're going to have a better engagement rate with a nano influencer than a macro, and like horses for courses again, whether it's branding or it's, but you know, you prove that there's still loads of gas in the tank, whatever you want to call it. What advice do you have for people who want to start now and get going, and, and how have you got to the numbers you have so quickly?
If you don't try, you'll never know. That's kind of like my motto in life. Like, if you don't try, you never know. I really wanted to like prove to myself that I could do it. If I put my mind to something, I'll be able to do it. And I've done this like throughout my life, like in uni, at work, whichever job I wanted, I've always applied to it, even though I didn't check all the boxes. If you watch my videos, I have never spoken in my videos.
I know, I wish you would.
And this is why being on a podcast is actually so out of my comfort zone. And the reason I don't speak in my videos is obviously because I took one step at a time. Like, being in front of the camera was already like a huge, like, oh my God, a moment for me where I was like, okay, let's just try that. But then I think like next step is obviously
What advice would you give to Martha on talking on videos?
Because I watch you.
There must have been a time when you didn't.
Yeah.
Well, no, you went straight in with YouTube. That Gen.
I'm
Ready
a
for
Gen
the
Z.
world.
I'm a bad example.
Yeah,
And I'm an only child, so I love the attention. I think, well, to be fair, I did used to get really nervous in terms of like doing podcasts or live things with people there. And with literally everything in life, it's practice. It's just doing it enough times that you feel like it's the back of your hand and you can just
100%,
do it. And I think also it's like the embarrassment. You're like, oh, what are people going to say about this? Or what? Who cares?
I think start with
but I'm just
something
like-
you're really comfortable talking about.
Yeah.
I think with anything, you know, if you're an expert, you're an expert, or you talk about something, talk about something you feel confident in. Start with some great life advice like that, and I'm sure it will all take care of itself. Martha,
I always used to tell my team when they'd be like presenting and stuff, like, pressure is a privilege because it means what you're doing is worthwhile and important.
love that.
It's worth being nervous for.
Pressure is a privilege. I love
And
that.
I think the other thing I would say is you can never be too well prepared.
We've talked for quite a long time. So we need to cover cats. We've got some quick fire before we finish on cats.
God, I'm so excited.
Can we share? I've got a quick fire round before we get on to cats. One trend that you'll never get on board with.
Ties, the women.
Sapna.
I'm so sorry.
Amy,
I know
Amy.
you look great in it. I mean, personally, I could never wear.
Yes, you wear them sometimes.
I love a
Sorry,
tie.
I know. I don't mean on other people. I just mean for myself.
I was going to say black leather leggings.
I was gonna say that too. So.
It's getting feisty out there.
Don't worry, they'll side with you. They'll take you down.
I'll be in them in a couple of years. don't worry.
We mean for ourselves, not on anyone else.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Okay,
yeah.
for yourself.
Look, on the salon runway.
Stunning. Bella Hadid, stunning. Alice,
Dream.
stunning.
Yeah, I
Myself,
actually
no.
agree. I'm with you. Yeah. Can I ask you, what size did you go with in that white company?
So I size up to 12.
Yeah. Last thing you purchased?
Really boring.
Go.
Cloth hangers.
Oh no.
I know mine, but it's not a fashion thing.
I love
From
these.
Amazon.
Metal, wooden.
Black wooden to go with the rest. Yeah.
Alice.
One like boring one fun one. Boring one, which is not boring because they're great. COS have these amazing like parachute trousers in at the moment. I actually posted them this morning.
I really want those.
Everyone is obsessed. They're so
with
good.
elastic ankle.
No, they've got a popper at the bottom, so you can wear them barrel or you can wear them like quite cargo open. They're great. And the fun one, which is quite rogue, but I'm quite excited, a pair of light blue elbow length leather gloves.
Oh, I love
I
a
can
lot
see
of
Quite
leather
rogue,
gloves.
but it is
actually.
London Fashion Week, and I was like, you know what?
I like the glove
I'm going to
vibe.
be that
Yeah.
girl.
I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm so down for the glove vibe. I mean, I
Yeah.
actually like jewelry over the
Yeah.
gloves.
Yes. I've remembered. One is a very, very boring purchase, but I'm very excited about it. It's a mattress. I just bought a Soho Home mattress for my new flat. I'm very excited about it. And then fashion purchase was a jacket from Zara. It's like a high shine black, like funnel
Oh, I've
neck,
seen that one.
leather.
It's good.
Right. What are you watching or reading at the moment, ladies?
I just completely binged The Girlfriend.
Oh.
Have you watched it?
No, but I'm dying to.
So
Haven't
good.
finished Mobland yet, but
so good.
that's
yeah.
next.
Very good.
Okay.
Oh my god. Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. And it's it's actually one of the books that made me want to like pursue my creative side. So I think if you're a person who's kind of like stuck between pursuing your passions, I think Big Magic is a good book.
Love that.
Alice?
I have just read the new World of Editions magazine because the shoot is unbelievable and creative. It has Richard E. Grant as a candlestick and like all of these like it's so brilliant.
Is that AI?
shoot. Oh no. Well, I hope not. But it's like the most beautiful, like interiors, celebrity, creative, out of this world masterpiece
that's
of a
cool.
World
shoot.
of Interiors.
By this month, like
Okay,
it was.
need to buy
I'm
that.
literally keeping it forever. It's so good. And then also I like really weird documentaries. And with my parents, and recently we watched one called Poop Cruise on
I
Netflix.
saw that on
and it's literally this cruise where like everything, the electrics. Like everything goes and like the toilets are like flooding everywhere
Oh my
and
God,
they're
I've
like
heard of this.
stuck
Someone
in the
was-
ocean. It's wild. And also the Americans are
Apparently it's
weird about
hilarious.
toilets.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not gonna poop in the red bag. Like, I'd rather die before I poop in the red bag. And they literally haven't gone through in like 4 days and it's wild.
That's so
This
funny.
when
Yeah.
we were talking about the triangle
It was
of
brilliant.
sadness, and someone started talking about this.
Poop cruise.
Oh my God.
It's a really good
Funny.
use
Maybe
of an
that's my
hour.
next watch then.
Yeah.
Mm.
Martha, you're gonna love it.
We finish on. It says cats or dogs. I mean, I think we know the answer already. Are you?
I am a dog person.
Okay. Well, you
my
and me
God.
were on the same
I'm
team.
not.
Yeah.
I'm not a cat person. I need
Sapna,
to, I
don't
need to set the
lie.
record straight here.
This is like the
I'm obsessed with my cat and I love her.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
you
a
are
cat
a cat.
person. I'm a dog girl. I've
Okay.
grown up with dogs. I've got a golden retriever
Okay,
back
just
home.
clearing that one up.
I
Okay,
just got
but
to-
you are a cat
I'm gonna
owner.
do a David Beckham. Be honest. Like, be honest, Sapna. Come on. You love
Alice,
cats.
you're calling. The stage is waiting for you, Alice. You belong on the mic and love it.
My beautiful queen of my heart cat. She's had 9 children.
Your
and
cat,
I
what cat?
oh, she had 9 children, and I was cat midwife to all of them. Yeah.
They are gorgeous.
Actually, kitten's sweet.
But
They're very
like,
scratchy though.
oh, British short hair pedigrees. Oh, just Georgie, like not like teddy bears, not cats.
She was showing me before. They are gorgeous.
Stunning.
No, by the way, there are some cats that are so
Meet mine.
beautiful.
She's also a cat dog.
I had cats when I was little. Toulouse.
Toulouse.
Was Toulouse with you when you got engaged?
No, she was meant to be.
Is that my?
Oh my gosh, tell me more
You
immediately.
ratted me out. I have talked about it on the podcast. She was meant to come to Paris with me, but she couldn't get her jabs in time, so she didn't. So I think Ryan was very happy that happened, so he could propose without
Did
the
you
cat.
have her before him?
No, I only got her because of him.
Oh, right.
He's a cat man, and in COVID I was like, I miss my dogs. I need a furry something. I can't get a dog because jobs and working and whatever. So got a cat.
I've taken my cat to a hotel before for cream tea because it
I think we
said
should end there, isn't it?
pets
What do you mean?
allowed. Pets allowed. Doesn't specify what pets. And I did it, and no regrets. She had a great time.
Brilliant. I have nothing to add to that. That's it for today, ladies. Thanks. Alice, Martha, Sapna, thank you so much for joining me. I love that you two are having these wonderful careers in the creator world, and you're warm and gentle and perhaps not the stereotype of what a content creator might be. I'm all for that. So yeah, kudos to you, and thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming on a podcast with me too. That's it for today. If you enjoyed that, then do please rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends to listen to, and we will be back soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.